I'm going to put in the little background hill there, and that's just going to be a bit of a headland across the water there, so not too worried about the general shape. What I don't want to do is have it finished dead in the middle of the painting, so I'll either finish it over here or take it all the way over. So I'm actually going to finish it there. I want to put in, reflect some of the colours of the sky, but in a darker value in here. So I'm just putting in some of those purpley pink colours that I had in there, and actually a little bit of a darker one too, along the, and that's my distant hill, very quickly put in. I've got the water to go in now, and this is where I want to actually make sure I'm nice and straight, and I'm going to take a blue for the water, and it'll be darker along the horizon. So I'm just taking this, and it's actually going to go out beyond that headland, so I'll make it go, just pull it nice and straight along there, and I can fix that up later if I need to with a ruler and a pencil. But for the moment, all I want to do is get in really flat horizon, bring the water here along underneath the headland, along like that. Now I want to start adding in some other colours to the water. I've got, the Sennelier has some really nice aqua-y kind of colours here, aqua-y green colours, and they're going to get added into the water now. Darker ones and lighter ones. With pastels, remember that it's harder to get the darks to go over lights. It's easier to get the lights to go over darks. So I generally start with the darker colours and work my way up if I want a really good strong dark. So I can actually take this paler sort of bluey green that I used in the sky and use that in this area for the surf that's coming in on the beach, just to give a sense of that. I've got a white in here, so I'll use just running the white along the water there to create the waves. And as I come in onto the sand here, there'll be a purpley sort of area there, a paley purpley grey area, which will be the wet sand. So I'm putting that in with this quite bright purple, but then I'm going to knock it back a bit with this more greyer purple. And so just like using acrylics or oils, you can mix these colours to get the colour that you want. You just have to layer them to do it. We saw how we did that in the sky, so here I'm doing it in the sand too. And I'm not making it just one colour, I'm running a couple of different colours in. And now I want to get up into this sand here, which is I won't have exactly the colour I want for the sand, it's a brighter one. I'm going to put in a bit of yellow, which is not how I want the sand, but I need that as the base. And then I'm going to knock that right back with this white. And you can see I don't end up with it just white, I end up with a touch of warm yellow in that, and that will be the start of my path down here. So I'm just putting some bits of it in where I want it to have the sunlight touching it. So here we go, some sunlight areas of the path, and again I'm just putting in the yellow and then a touch of white over it randomly, so it's not all exactly the same. This Sennelier set doesn't have a really soft light pink, so I'm not actually putting any pink in that, but I would normally put a bit of pink. So now I've got background, the colourful sky, the water's in, the beach. What I'm going to do here on the wet area is really rub it in hard with my finger, because the wet sand is really smooth, and to get that I need to rub it with my finger. And then you juxtapose that against a less smooth surface of the dry sand, where it's got little dips and hollows, and you're seeing some shadows in it, and that gives you the effect of the wet and dry sand. Also in the wet sand you're going to get some reflections from the sky, so I'm actually going to take a little bit of the sky colour and pop in there in some spots too. Two of those different sort of colours I used out of the sky, and then I'm going to give that a smooth down as well, just to get a little bit of the sky colour going in the reflected areas there. I do want to tighten up that surf there a little bit by making it a little bit sharper, just tipping off some of that dust because I'm actually painting flat and usually I paint vertically. At this stage I could take one of my little Conte pastels and use that to just put some lines in and do a little blending of the sea there, just a wee bit, and a little bit of a suggestion of some wave water lines, ripple lines coming over the surf there, over the sand, the wet sand there. So I'm starting to get a sense of a little bit of a sense of some waves there, the wet sand, dry sand, and some little ripple lines in there. Now on the path here, this background colour is fairly well the colour of the shaded area of the path, but we'll put in some extra colours as well, just mushed over them. Now you don't need to cover all that background. It's a good idea to keep some of that background to show through and let it work in with your shadows and in with your vegetation area. So now I'm starting to put in the path shadows before I've done anything else. I'm going to put some brighter colours in those shadows too, because they're not all dull just because they're in the shade. They've got different colours in them too, so I'm putting in some of the purples, and I'll use that in the vegetation as well. And also you can put in some warmer sort of browns as well at the edges there where it starts to go into the vegetation. I can put in some of these warmer sort of in shadow but warmer colours, and I'm just using the side of the stick there, and you can see I'm making those sort of grass stick like marks by just banging it around, sometimes on the side like that, but then up like so. And that's how I'm going to make the vegetation. And I'm just not going to just use the brown, but I am going to use some of it on each side like so, and bring it in into the over the path there.